stunned reaction around the world to the White House face-off between President Trump and Vice President Vance and Ukraine's President Zelenskyy, plus new drone strikes overnight between Ukraine and Russia.
We have team coverage this morning in Washington and overseas, so let's begin here with ABC News senior White House correspondent Selina Wang in the nation's capital. Good morning, Selina.
Hey, good morning, Gio. What played out in the Oval Office yesterday was shocking, something we've never seen before. You had the president publicly berating the leader of a country that's been fighting for its survival ever since Russia invaded Ukraine 3 years ago. Now, the future of Ukraine and American support for the country are all unclear.
If you didn't have our military equipment,
This morning, shockwaves around the world after peace talks implode between President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelenskyy. The Oval Office meeting turning explosive after Zelenskyy warns that if Russia takes over Ukraine, America will feel the pressure.
You have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards.
I'm not playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
Yeah,
you're playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
Vice President J.D. Vance jumping in to berate Zelenskyy.
Have you said thank you once? This entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
Zelenskyy unable to reset the tone.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I answer?
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
The White House blaming Zelenskyy for the blow-up. Trump kicking Zelenskyy out, canceling the press conference. Zelenskyy abruptly leaving without signing the deal for Ukraine to share its mineral resources. Later, Zelenskyy declining to apologize to Trump, but telling Fox News he's grateful.
I'm thankful to President Trump and to Congress bipartisan support. And I'm speaking like a president of a people who are in this struggle 3 years, and they just want to hear that America on our side and that America will stay with us, not with Russia, with us.
Trump has brushed off concerns that Putin could violate a peace deal, refusing to guarantee Ukraine's security so Russia won't invade again. I asked the president who he trusts more.
Do you trust Putin or Zelenskyy more?
Look, I don't trust or distrust anybody. I just want to get a deal done. And if the deal happens, good. But you can't embolden somebody that does not have the cards, and all of a sudden that person says, oh, well, now I can keep fighting.
And sources tell me the Trump administration is now considering cutting off all ongoing shipments of military aid to Ukraine. And this is a strong signal of this dramatic plunge that we've seen in relations between wartime allies, even though at this point it's unclear what the effect of that would be on the battlefield, guys.
Unclear indeed. All right, Selina, thank you so much. And as you can imagine, we are getting lots of reaction this morning to that Oval Office shouting match from around the world. ABC's Tom Soufi Burridge is in London with that side of the story. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Gio. Yeah, alarm bells are really ringing out across Europe this morning after that jaw-dropping bust-up. European and other Western leaders are rallying behind President Zelenskyy in Ukraine, but Western diplomats now have their work cut out to try and mitigate the damage. The reaction in Ukraine so far is a near consensus that President Zelenskyy stood up for his people, trying to correct misconceptions and even at times disinformation from the Trump administration about the war, and also fighting for Ukraine's baseline, that they can only accept a peace agreement if there are security guarantees to prevent Russia invading yet again. Now, despite his principled cause, some analysts are questioning whether Zelenskyy, at a disadvantage in a foreign language, might have misjudged the moment. And there's now deep concern about the impact this will have on US military support, which was already in jeopardy. Without it, Ukraine will suffer a significant blow. The winner out of this is Russia, the Kremlin savoring the moment, praising Trump and mocking Zelenskyy. And the European Union's top diplomat now suggests suggesting America's role as leader of the free world could be over and Europe should now work to fill the gap. Moments ago, Zelenskyy touching down here in London ahead of a European summit tomorrow amid a unique sense of crisis on this continent. Janae?
Unique sense of crisis indeed. Tom, thank you for that.